A few short weeks ago, we got our first official trailer for DC's The Flash movie at the Super Bowl. And if you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch that trailer because it is so good. I love the trailer so much. And if you haven't already, also check out my official trailer breakdown as well, because that was a fun video to do. But the big problem with this movie, despite how good that trailer was, despite how good this movie supposedly is from studio insiders and what they've been saying in the past, the problem is Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is the star of this movie and is a criminal, kinda. I mean, not officially convicted, but, from what we've heard, Ezra Miller choking people, grooming children, drugs, stealing alcohol, and going around the country with weapons and all this stuff. It's a big, serious accusations that if they end up being true, Ezra Miller is going to be in some serious trouble. So the big assumption we're going with is that after the Flash movie, Ezra Miller will be recast as the Flash. There's no way they're going to keep a legitimate criminal as the face of a big superhero franchise like this. No matter how successful this is, they're probably going to recast the Flash. This is going to be a lot easier than we originally thought it would be, considering the fact that James Gunn is rebooting the DCU to be the DCU, and they're already recasting characters. We're getting a new Batman, a new Superman, maybe a new Wonder Woman. So we could easily get a new actor for Barry Allen, the Flash. Now, the thing about that is, though, one of the big kind of theories about this is that, okay, if we recast Ezra Miller, you know who they should bring in? Grant Gustin. Have him replace Ezra Miller as the Flash. And, to be fair, that would work, considering the fact that, first of all, the Flash series on the CW is about to come to an end. It just started its final season, and this series will end before the Flash movie even comes out. We've all preferred Grant Gustin as the Flash / Barry Allen over Ezra Miller's portrayal of the character. And so he would be a great version for the DCU Flash. But at the same time, as much as I would love that to be the case, I just highly doubt that is going to happen, considering the fact that it's a reboot. They wouldn't just take the actor from the TV show, no matter how much he is beloved as this character, and bring him into the DCU. Because one of the things they were trying to do with the DCU is make one cohesive cinematic universe that is not confusing for the general audience fans. And if you bring in the same actor and he's playing a different version of the Flash, that would just be kind of weird. So I kind of doubt this is going to be the case. But now some new rumors have started going around that this will be the case. And the most notable one, I think, comes from John Campea, he doesn't usually put out scoops or anything, and he doesn't consider himself a scooper, but he does have numerous inside sources when it comes to the movie world, particularly with Disney and Warner Brothers. And one of his sources brought in this news. I also want to do a little throwback to when he accidentally leaked those images from Spider-Man No Way Home of Charlie Cox, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and was like, oh no, these photos were sent to me, but they're totally fake. Look closely at Tobey Maguire's dick. Remember that, guys? Yeah, well, those images ended up being true. So I fully believe that this is coming from a reliable source, and John Campea's source is telling him that they are replacing Ezra Miller at the end of the Flash movie, and it will be Grant Gustin's Barry Allen, aka the Flash. And again, I just don't think this is realistic. And John Campea, when he talks about this in his video, even he himself doesn't think this is going to happen and doubts that this is true. But it is coming from a source that he trusts, so he still talked about it, and that's why I'm talking about it here today. I know one of you in the comment section on a video a couple days ago specifically requested me to make a video about this, and these are my thoughts, is that it's not true. It's possible, but I just don't think it is true. I think it's more likely for them to, especially from James Gunn's perspective, to just start fresh. Because there's going to be the baggage no matter what, especially with it being a TV actor. Like, no matter how good Grant Gustin is, there's always going to be the haters that are going to be like, oh no, he's just the TV actor. He's not a good Flash. And then they bring him in here and he gets a bunch of hate. You never know what would happen here. So I think it would just be a much safer bet to just start from scratch, get a brand new actor. There's so many great fan casts out there for Barry Allen, the Flash. There's been like Elliot Page, Lucas Till. There's so many options for the Flash. And the best part is that, you know, again, the Flash movie is probably going to be super successful, but due to Ezra Miller, I highly doubt they're going to make a sequel anytime soon. So they have plenty of time to recast the actor, unless they do actually have the new Flash actor appear at the end of this movie, since we know this film does reboot to the DCU. So you never know, but it's definitely interesting. I think, you know, I love Grant Gustin as the Flash, but I just do not think this is going to be the case. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this rumor going around that Ezra Miller is done as the Flash? I fully believe that, but that supposedly Grant Gustin is going to be the one to replace him. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.